Hi everybody, happy Mother's Day. Welcome to Sundays with Allie, and boy do we have a webcast today. After weeks and weeks and weeks of speculation, this week it was finally announced Barbra is going back to Brooklyn. That's right, there will be a Barbra Streisand concert October 11th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. It's the first time since Barbra was about 7 or 8 and sang for the PTA that she will be on a stage in Brooklyn singing. So it promises to be a really, really amazing show. Now, when the announcement came this week, panic set in. So I am here now, consider me Dr. Lowenstein. I am going to talk you all off the ledge. When the pre-sale was announced for yesterday, many of us who have purchased stuff on the Barbra Streisand site were given special access codes. And those access codes, when we plugged it into Ticketmaster, was supposed to help us get tickets. Well, Ticketmaster has its own system. And while I don't know about you guys, but I spent about a half an hour trying to get through. I had no luck at all in any price range. And, but, you know, don't despair. There were people that got through. And we don't know how many tickets were actually going to be made available in that particular pre-sale. Now, there will be another pre-sale on Monday. Go to either the BarbraStreisand.com website today or early tomorrow to find out when and what you have to do, or keep track of the Barbra News message board, BarbraNews.com message board, because all the information is there. There's also people on Facebook that are Facebooking about this. So try to stay as much in touch as possible so you'll know when to call in. Now, it's my theory that there will be more tickets available in that pre-sale tomorrow. Probably another, maybe 4,000 or 5,000 if they have that many to release, because there was that much of a frenzy of people trying to get tickets. Now, on the subject of tickets, I just want to say this again. Calm down. Everybody who wants a ticket is going to eventually get a ticket. Just because you didn't get it the first time you called in or the first day it was available doesn't mean that you're going to be shut out. It's my belief that there will be more than one show in Brooklyn. I can almost guarantee you that there'll be a second show. And if I was Barbra and I had this show, I would not be looking to travel with it. I would leave it in Brooklyn and do, 5, 6 shows there and make everybody come to you. Don't schlep it around the country. Don't take it to Los Angeles or Las Vegas. It's back to Broadway. It's back to Brooklyn. Make them come back to Brooklyn with you, Barbra. That's my theory. But all I can tell you is that today is May 13th. The first concert is not till October 11th. There is time. Calm down. Don't get excited. Also, the people who are complaining about the ticket prices, I will tell you right now, these ticket prices are less than I paid in 1994. In 1994, I finally got through. I got New Year's Day tickets. I paid $800 for 2 tickets. That's $1,600. That was 1994. In 2000, somebody was very, very kind, a girl named Marilyn Platt. She got a ticket, and she bought the ticket next to her for me because I was able to get good seats for her. That was a $2,500 ticket. So, folks, if the top ticket price here is $1,500, that's not that bad. And you don't have to buy the top ticket. You could buy a lesser ticket. You could buy a $150 ticket. You could buy a $200, whatever the price range is. Personally, I'm buying a $90 ticket. I'm hoping that, maybe through my connections, I'll be able to get a better ticket later on, but I want a just-in-case ticket, and that $90 ticket will make sure that I'm in the arena and that I'll be there to see what happens. And also, for the people who live, outside of the United States and can't afford the big travel here to America, or it's, with the economy being what it is, you can't swing it this time around, just remember, not one of Barbra's concerts, since '94 has not been released on DVD or a TV special. You're going to see the show. So while it's not the same as being there live, don't feel like you're going to be left in the dark, so to speak. Okay? By the way, it's already 5 minutes, and I'm warning you guys, I'm taking up 15 minutes today. So if you have something to do, you know, forget it. You're watching me, all right? Now, in addition to this information about Brooklyn and Barbra's concert, there's also a lot of talk about parties, get-togethers, before concert, after concert. There are fans that are working on projects. Trust me, there will be plenty of opportunities for all of us to meet, to greet, to get to know each other, to have a party, to celebrate, to meet after the show, to talk about what happened. Things are in the works. There are people who are going to plan stuff. Again, keep close to the Barbra message board, close to Facebook. Lily Sage started a site called, I think, Brooklyn Barbra on the Facebook page. Look for it. You can find it either through my name also. And I think on Facebook I go by Allison Solo. So look for me there. Stay connected. I will report every week in the Barbra Streisand Videocast, Sundays with Allie, everything that I know. But there will be a lot of exciting stuff going on aside from what Barbra's planning for us, okay? So, very, very exciting news. Now, in the middle of all of this came more exciting news. Guilt Trip has been moved. Instead of The Guilt Trip with Barbra and Seth Rogen coming out November 2nd, Paramount has decided to make it their big Christmas movie. Now, what does that mean? Well, on one level, it means we have to wait another 6 weeks to see the movie. But on the other level, that means they're certain that this movie is a hit. Because you don't put out a movie at Christmas time unless you're pretty certain that you're going to do great at the box office, that people will want to see the movie, and that you're giving them something good. Historically, Barbra's done great at Christmas time. We're talking Hello, Dolly. We're talking A Star is Born. We're talking The Prince of Tides. We're talking Meet the Fockers and Little Fockers, which are both out during the Christmas season. Barbra movies do really, really well at Christmas time. People want, you have to look at it this way. People are going to go to the Cineplex, and they're going to be looking for a comedy. And they're going to see that Barbra Streisand, Seth Rogen, sounds pretty funny, And this is not a family comedy. This is a mother-son comedy. And everybody can relate to this. This is about a mother and a son taking a cross-country road trip. And who can't relate to that? If you ever took a family trip, if you ever were alone in a situation with your mother or your parent, and what that's like, sharing a hotel room with them and traveling with them, it is fun. I mean, in 2000, I took my mom, my late mom, Jean Korn, to see Barbra in New York, and we went to see her at Madison Square Garden. And we stayed at the, where did we stay? Oh, we stayed at the Pennsylvania Hotel. A friend of mine, I was living in New Jersey at the time, but a friend of mine got me a room there. So my mom and I could stay at the hotel and then just cross the street to go into Madison Square Garden. And it was a hoot. It was a hoot traveling with my mom, I have to say. It really was. It's a great memory. But, so everybody who sees The Guilt Trip, I just have a sneaking suspicion this is going to hit all the right buttons. And trust me, there's no way Paramount would be putting this movie out on December 25th if they didn't think they were going to make a fortune, and if they didn't think they had a damn good shot at getting a couple of Oscar nominations. And Barbra's name has already been talked about as a potential Oscar nominee. And I almost think it's a shoo-in for a Golden Globe, because the Golden Globes love Barbra. You know that Barbra has won more Golden Globes than any other artist. Any other artist. That means her World Film Favorites, her DeMille Award. She's won for songwriting, directing. She's won for acting. The Golden Globes love them some Barbra. So I think Guilt Trip is going to be right up their alley. So that's the news about The Guilt Trip. Now, the other somewhat interesting news about The Guilt Trip is the fact that the trailer will not be out today for Mother's Day, as previously reported, because they changed the release date. So when they changed the release date, they decided to change, the trailer probably said coming November 2nd. Well, now they're going to change the trailers to say now coming Christmas Day. And I suspect that we're going to see the trailer probably in June, which would give us a 6-month window. And I looked it up, and Meet the Fockers trailer was out June 24th, and the movie opened December 22nd. So that's about the right window. So middle of June, probably like another month from now, we're going to have to wait to see the Guilt Trip trailer. Hopefully, maybe they'll leak it sooner. You know, we'll wait and see. Other information. I really want to talk to you guys about my Kickstarter Barbra Memories project. We're doing so well. We are almost 70-something% towards the goal. Now, let me explain something. The goal I set was $4,000. That was the minimum amount needed to get this book into production, to get it printed, to get it prepared to sell, and to promote it properly. If I don't get $4,000 on Kickstarter, I don't get a cent. So the $31.35 that's there now, if we don't reach $4,000, I won't see any of that money, and the book won't get made. However, if we reach $4,000, I'll get the money, and I could write the book. If I reach $5,000, then the book's going to be even better, because I'll have that much more money to put it together, to promote it, to get it on Amazon, to sell it to people, and to spread the word. But here's the most important thing about my Kickstarter project, everybody, and I hope you guys really believe me when I tell you this. I am going to get this book made with your help and your stories and give it to Barbra as a 50th anniversary gift. I have all the confidence, I'm positive thinking that now that I know October 11th she's going to be in Brooklyn, I'm going to be in Brooklyn, I am going to make certain to hand her this book. I want to put it in her hands. I want her to see how much her fans love her. I want her to see the thank yous. I want her to see your stories. And I want your name in the book. So get on board. Help me. Help me to make this book a reality. It's not an autobiography. It's not a biography about Barbra. It's not a memoir about Barbra. This book is about us. It's about our stories. This week I got great stories. Last week I told you about my friend Nicholas, who had a great story about how he found Barbra. This week I was talking to my friend Eva. She had an amazing story about Barbra, about how she got a note from Barbra a year ago when she was so ill, suffering from cancer. Out of the blue, she got a handwritten note from Barbra, wishing her well and hoping that she'll get well soon. And it turned out that it was Eva's mother who contacted Barbra, who sent a letter to Barbra to Mrs. Brolin. And that's how she got the note back. I mean, is that amazing? So listen to me. I'm going to show this to you again, and I'm going to ask you again, please go to Kickstarter.com. Please, over here. Please go. Please pledge. Any amount. If you can only afford $10, $25, if enough of you do it, we're going to reach the goal and go over the top. That's really what this is all about. So please. Finally, I got a minute left before YouTube won't let me do 15 minutes. A minute left to tell you this. There's a lot of garbage going on right now. There's a lot of Barbra stuff going on now. There's a lot of people coming out of the woodwork who are looking to suddenly hook up with Barbra fans. Be aware. Be careful. Don't get carried away. Don't get sucked in by some people trying to sell you a pre-code or trying to sell you a ticket or trying to give you some inside track. Trust me, there are no inside tracks. And a lot of these people are looking to just take advantage of us. And I've been around long enough that I know some of these people. And I know they're not good people. And I'm just, please, be aware, be careful, stick to the people you know, people like Craig and Linda, me. You know Matt Howe's site is perfect. You know Barbra Archives. You know there are places you could trust. Barbra Timeless, Sal's site. You can trust these sites. Don't be fooled by any of these, other people. I gotta go. That's it. Till next week, more for Sunday with Allie. Okay, talk to you next week, and hope you have a wonderful Barbra week. Bye-bye.